Hey, I see people. I see humans. This is telling me my live stream's offline. Oh, I forgot to change the title. Okay, title's correct now. Hey, holy shit, that's a fast chat. Oh, okay. I totally forgot I turned on the oven and told Alexa to set me a 10-minute timer for when it was done, preheating, and now the oven's on. Let me go turn that off. Alexa, stop. Okay, I have turned off the oven. I was going to make myself some cheese sticks. Because Devu wouldn't stop talking about cheese sticks. Everyone's telling me the video is terrible. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what's wrong. It's been like this lately. Let me see what, let me check the properties of my stream. Let me check my settings. My output. My bitrate is 7,500. What do you guys think it should be? Tell me what my bitrate should be. Where the fuck are all the chat options? Why are you so gross? I'm not gross. I'm fucking beautiful. Did he love his oven more than he loves us? I love not burning down my house more than I love you. Yeah, we did a PCP, a Procrastinators Podcast bonus episode about alcohol, and everybody drank for it. All right, the meme answers for the bitrate are not helping me to make the bitrate any better. Oh, Digi is a perfect big booty Latin goddess. Do not bully him, please. Hey, someone find out for me if the super chats work, by the way, because I've never had them before, and I don't know how they work. But everyone else who live streams gets a shitload of fucking money doing super chats, and I don't know how they. I've never tried such a thing. But give them somebody can test them out. You know what I mean. DJ got Snot Girl. It better be good, fam. If you don't like Snot Girl, then your money back. Not from me, or from anybody. By the way, if anything's wrong with the audio on this, somebody let me know. Where's the Made in Abyss cast? I don't know, man. I haven't fucking watched the show yet. How high am I right now? Did you not read the title? I'm too drunk, not too high. Wouldn't stream if I was high. It'd be boring. Kaon is objectively bad. Stop liking it, please. Thanks. No. You're fucking retarded. Get out of here, you dipshit. Nate made fucking bank when he live streamed 50K. Yeah. That was a beautiful time. I was in there for that. Digi's getting drunk and aiming for that super chat money. How could you not? Have you ever been in a stream where someone was doing super chats? Like, the only live streams I really do are for patrons. I do patron exclusive live streams. And I'm like, it makes a lot of money for the people who are on that tier, but that's like 15 people. But then if you do super chats, it's like way more, probably. I don't know. Maybe nobody even cares about me enough to super chat me, except for my patrons. In which case, they're not gonna pay twice. Why would they? You know. I don't know how they work. Did you have a Patreon? I have a Patreon. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know how what works. What did I say I didn't know how it worked? That is relevant to my Patreon existing. Rolling Stones or Queen? I'm going with Queen all day. I've never really liked the Rolling Stones. Hey, there's a super chat. Joji Matthews got drunk as fuck on Neotaku yesterday. Got McDonald's delivered. They don't do McDonald's delivery in the U.S. I'm pretty sure you're from another country, if I remember correctly. You're one of the people with an accent on Neo Otaku. McDonald's doesn't deliver in the U.S. for the most part. There might be places where they do, but I mean, I guess if you use Grubhub, then maybe they do. I could totally order a pizza, but I'd be no more awares of it arriving than I would be of my oven being done. The needle drop also does get a bunch of money. Yeah, he's the first person. I never knew about super chats till the needle drop. But anyways, about Rolling Stones or Queen. Rolling Stones' only song I like by them is "Gimme Shelter." Queen, I like "Bohemian Rhapsody," and all their singles are good. You know, all their big popular singles. Who are your favorite buff characters? Oh fuck, that's actually, I've never been asked that before. Now I have to think about it. I mean, Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist he's a classic. He's a good boy. Kamina's pretty buff. I don't know if he qualifies as buff in the way you're thinking, though. Buff boys. Name me a list of buff boys, and I'll pick one from that list. What's the meaning of life? What do you think? Get money, fuck bitches, smoke tree. Mario or Zelda? Zelda all day. I've never been into Mario. Needle drop. I already read this. If I could kill one fictional character, who would it be? I don't know. There's not a lot of characters I hate. How many drinks is too drunk? I drank about half of this bottle of plum sake. Plum Gekkeikan. And I also have had a glass of Lagoon. Franja. A bunch of shit fell off the table when I moved that. I don't know why. I've got a new super chat from Gunts. Throwing money at the screen seems to literally work now. I know, right? Gunts, I don't know why you already pay me more than enough. You could have just sent me a message on Discord and I would have read it because you're already a $25 patron. But thank you for the extra $5 for the month. Your bitrate should be less than your upload speed. Oh, so I want it to be lower? My upload. How do I find my upload speed? Is that what the KB-S is? That is 4,500 to 6,000. It's in that range, which sounds higher than my bitrate. Can I change bitrate while I'm streaming though? Let's try dropping it to like 4,500 and see if it'll let me do that. Okay, let me know if the thing stabilizes now. I have significantly lowered the bitrate. I don't know if that's going to make it like more ass or less ass. So rank me on ass level here. The Washer 19, another super chat. What are Robert Fripp's two favorite hentai, Starless and Bible Black? I think those were named after the albums. After the song Starless and Bible Black. Like, I would be shocked if those two hentai were not named after King Crimson lyrics. You know, a whole lot of stuff in Boogie Pop is named after. I wanted to say Boogie Pop Phantom, but not really the anime. A lot of stuff in the Boogie Pop novels is named after King Crimson shit. Oh, Wada says, have a fucking soda. Also, Gunts is a secret lolly. Whoa! Deep info. Wada, I got your packages today. I recorded a mailbag today. Got shitloads of Swedish candy. I've been putting actually, now that I look at it, I've been putting the smackdown on this oh god, there's like a whole broken cracker in here that's making it really hard for me to hold this. I can't even put it in the camera. But it's called Kex. It's literally a candy called Kex from Sweden, and Wada there sent it to me, and it's pretty good. I've been eating the shit out of it. I'm being told it's infinitely less ass. Good. Thank God. I didn't know that a lower bitrate was ever a good thing. I thought you were supposed to raise the bitrate to make the quality higher. So that's probably got a lot to do with it. Have you played Persona? Yes, but I've never beaten one in one day. One day, I will finish this text bar and play Persona. How come you're such a lightweight but get called one of the biggest alcoholics in the anime community? Because people are fucking stupid. That's why. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink that much. The thing is that I drink frequently. But I frequently drink like a beer. I don't frequently get drunk. That's why it's weird that people consider me an alcoholic. I don't drink that much. I just I enjoy alcohol as like a mood setter. I don't like to be drunk all the time. I had the Digibros video with you and May. I need my dosage. We were gonna record one today. We just didn't get around to it. We have a lot of good topics, so the next one's gonna be fucking great. Welcome to every Digistream ever. What? I don't know what you were responding to at the time. Oh, just that the image was shit. Well, hey, apparently it's great now. What do you think about Karekano manga compared to the anime? I haven't read it. It's good ass. Ayy. Oh, there's a bunch of more super chats. Why aren't they showing up at the top? I thought super chats were supposed to show up at the top of my thing. Giffy McGee says, why do normie parties suck so much ass? Because you don't know anybody there, and none of them know why they're there. People who go to normie parties are there because they believe that that's what they're supposed to be doing. It's just the conceit of the party. And that is enough for them to have fun. It's the concept of doing something that is supposed to be fun that is fun to them. But for us fucking real boys, we need there to be a meaning to the thing that we're doing that we can understand. This is not a healthier way of living. It is simply another one. Devu says, do super chats come back to myself in money? I mean, possibly. I won't say you'll get paid more or less if based on the super chats, but they might directly become the money that you get paid. 334 Anime Lover says, what did you think of Escaflowne the series? I haven't seen it in a long time. I saw it 9 years ago. I wrote a review of it on my old anime blog. But basically, I thought the first half was fucking amazing, and then after that, it just completely bombed. Like, it goes downhill in such a big way. I don't know how much of that I would still feel today, but it was definitely like the first 13 episodes are some of the best animation you'll see, some of the best choreographed mech fights. Dylan Dow's like the most entertaining villain ever. Main characters are all fun. But then Dylan Dow disappears for like 7 episodes, and it gets really exposition heavy, and the characters all kind of get betrayed by the narrative, and it just really kind of sucked. It pissed me off a lot. Alright, let's see what else is here. I wish I could drink as much as people think you do. I wish anybody could drink as much as people think I do. What are your thoughts on Animal Collective? My thoughts on Animal Collective are Yakum! 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 Yak! I like it when they scream. No, I really like Spirit. They're gone. Spirit. They've vanished. And like half the songs on Strawberry Jam, half the songs on Meriwether Post Pavilion, half the songs on Centipede Hurts, and I haven't really listened to their other stuff as much. Kex literally means biscuit in Swedish. Oh, it's just called a chocolate biscuit. What do you think about Halloween? I'm not into horror, so it's a holiday that means very little to me. I'm not a huge Halloween person. Do you like old anime pre-2000s? Yes. All I've been watching lately is 70s and 80s anime films. That has been my kick as of currently. Doesn't a percentage of Super Chat donation go to YouTube? Probably. I don't think there's any way you can pay somebody outside of just PayPaling them that's not going to get partially taken by the company. Ewan Bowers, Rakugo is the only good anime of the last 10 years, and I'm willing to spend €5 to force people to read my opinion for the next 2 minutes. You'll be lucky if that's on screen for 2 minutes, but, fine. The only good anime of the last 10 years? Like, really? Like, hold on. I mean, did you like The Eccentric Family? Did you like, I'm trying to think of stuff that's, like, in the same wheelhouse as Rakugo, like, the same people like it. Did you like, Kaiba was in the last 10 years? Or anything by, like, did you like Tatami Galaxy or Ping Pong? These are all the last 10 years. Let me know. I want a legitimate answer to that, Ewan Bowers. Guns asks, what are my thoughts on In the Aeroplane Over the Sea? Also prepare for the flood of ats. Yeah, because everybody's catching on that if you don't have an at, I probably won't read your message because it doesn't stand out enough. In the Airplane Over the Sea is too depressing. I really love the whole King of Carrot Flowers part, but everything after that I don't like. Rob the Durataku with $20. God damn! Says, oh damn, Digi is live. Awesome! Always wanted to say how much of a good YouTuber you are and love your passion for anime. You definitely have some really critical opinions, but you are so fun. So it was great to meet you. Thank you. Great to meet me. Did you meet me somewhere? Rob the Durataku at like at a convention or something? If so, hello. Yeah, I do have a strong passion for anime. Been watching it for ever. And I've gradually realized I don't remember if I stated this publicly, that like I went through and made a list of every TV show I've like ever watched any of, and came to the realization that while I've seen hundreds, in fact I can show you this, guys. I can show you no, that's the games I've played list. Where's the shows I've watched list? Let me find this shit. Stuff I consumed. Here we go. TV shows that I've seen. Okay, let me I'm just going to disable myself for a second and let you guys see. This is a list of all the shows I've seen any episodes of. Any show I've seen at all. Let me grab this scroll bar. I have seen 361 TV shows. I extensively explored the internet to make sure that I had everything I'd ever seen, even a fraction of. And out of those, the shows that I am caught up on and or completed are Rick and Morty, Avatar The Last Airbender, Aoi Hono, which is a Japanese drama, and 12 Ounce Mouse. Those are the only 4 shows that are not anime that I have ever caught up on or completed in my entire life. That is all. So that's why I'm an anime boy. Here we've got Carter Munson Ring says, can you address the fact that you thought Gurren Lagann's manliness was a mark against it? He's referring to when I was 15 and made a weird comment in a Mega Tokyo thread. I literally don't know what I meant by that. I have no idea. Like, he posted this in my chat. Like, he found it in my old Mega Tokyo posts. And I literally have no idea what I meant that the manliness was a mark against it. I literally don't know. When are you going to go back to MLP retard cunt? Never, retard cunt. Considering you're not into J-Rock, have you ever listened to Nothing's Carved in Stone outside of their OPs? Nope, just the OPs. But the OPs are pretty solid. K-On! Script spotted. Yes, you probably did spot a K-On! Script in that folder. What are your thoughts on the Beatles? They got some good songs, you know? They got some good songs. So it'll be a PCP on sequels soon. Yes, the next week's episode will be on sequels, and I am on that. You've all gotten a sneak peek. Email revealed. My email is public. Everybody knows my email. Makoto Shinkai video. Yeah. Big important, you know. Thoughts on Joy Division. I've never gotten into them. Thoughts on clipping. Huge fan of clipping. I've got a clipping signed, like, clipping's like the biggest influence on my music. Like, listening to clipping is like what got me to start rapping, essentially. I don't see my fucking signed lithograph around. I have this a framed clipping lithograph that I won in a raffle at a local music store back in Virginia Beach, because like it was a raffle where it was like they had a bunch of different raffles and you could put in a ticket for like whatever specific one, and there was only like maybe 3 people who actually like submitted for the clipping one, so I got it. And yeah, pretty cool. Rob the Durataku says, no, we have never met, sadly. Meeting by it's great to interact with you in some way. Thank you. Have you seen the MLP movie yet? Dude, go watch the Procrastinators podcast where we did a whole fucking episode about the MLP movie. It's insane. He's about the type of nigga who would write down every beer he's ever drunken. That's not... Don't tempt me! Don't tempt me! Do you eat ass? Not regularly. Not regularly. Uber Dueler. I know you don't usually don't watch much ongoing anime. Alternatively, would you binge an anime from the current season if you could start it the day of the last episode? Yeah. Yeah, of course. As soon as it's over, it's good to go. If every anime just came out in one full package, then I would watch it immediately. Any opinion on watching videos or listening to podcasts at 1.5x? I do it occasionally. So I often do it if it's a video I cannot tolerate. Like if I'm just watching a video because there's something in it I need to see. Like a lot of times people will link me YouTube videos that are fucking terrible, and I'll watch it in 1.5 just to get to the point without having to like fully pay attention to it. Thoughts on Kazumoto Endo and Merzbow? Noise, Japan noise. I like me some Merzbow. I like some Pulse Demon and some 1930, I think is the name of that, the other album. Pretty good. I pretty much can only really, like, listen to Merzbow if I'm shit-faced drunk, which I'm well on the way to, so... You know, boom. I like his collabs with Boris. I'm big into Boris. Do you read much manga, or is your list not updated? My list is not updated. If you follow Manga Mondays, you should know that, my list has been stuck on lesbian experience with loneliness for months now, and Manga Mondays is evidence that I have read far more manga than that. Thoughts on Pink Floyd? I really like Dark Side, some of the tracks from The Wall, and Animals. Animals is probably the best. What's with those tits and why do you like them so much? From Kazuki Kazami. The tits were just fucking... Have you seen Roko no Yusha? Like, the tits on the 2 main girls are next level. Really great tits in that show. Only good thing about the show, unfortunately. The Unknown Otaku says, what is your take on For Neverworld calling you out again and saying he could destroy you but deleted the video a few minutes after he uploaded it? How recently is that? Is that from the live stream? Because I know he talked shit about me on a live stream at some point. What can he do to destroy me? What is For Neverworld going to do to destroy me? That is fucking hilarious. That dude thinks he is some kind of gangster. For real. Like, he thinks he's got some kind of connections or something. What a fucking idiot. Rescriptic 61636. Thoughts on In This Corner of the World? Unfortunately, I haven't seen it yet. I would like to see the movie. I'll probably say something about it after I've seen it. But I have not seen it. Favorite clipping track? Body and Blood. Body and Blood. She don't need you for shit but your dick and your veins and your guts and your... Well, maybe joining the stream at any point. No, I'm probably going to stop the stream as soon as she gets home. I'm mostly doing this because I got really shit-faced doing the PCP on alcohol. And I was doing like 5 straight hours of PCP recordings. So at that point, all I know how to do with my day is to talk and drink. So, and she doesn't get home for another hour. So I'm basically talking and drinking till she gets home, and then I'm gonna fuck off and hang out with her. Why is anal porn the best porn? I don't know if I agree with that. Got any plans for SAO season 3 or not? It really depends on like what the hype's like around it. Like, I don't have any real plans to talk about it. I kind of blew my load on the movie and haven't been that interested in continuing talking about it anymore. Arcada got me to watch Serial Experiments Lane, which made me find your channel via algorithms. What have you done with your life? Or did you mean, what have you done with your life? I'm not sure what you're implying. Well, what I've done with my life is I've become a semi-famous YouTuber who talks about anime. I've watched shitloads of anime. I've become a degenerate stoner who sits around in my house and writes anime videos, records podcasts, smokes a lot of weed, and watches 70s anime movies. That's basically my life right now. Who has the biggest penis in the PCP? I mean, Tommy Oliver. I'm pretty sure he's said that he's got like an 8-inch dick or something. The man's taller than God, so he must have a huge cock. You are not drunk enough, dude. I agree. Yeah. We should do a weekly series on SAO Season 3. I mean, it would have to be something I have that much to say about. Like, if it was fucking... If Season 3 is fucking hilarious, then maybe. But, like, I'm not gonna force it. Top 10 lollies video when... Okay. We'll do it right now. I'm gonna need a lot of time to think. I mean, Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura is like a must on any lolly list. That would just... I would literally be shamed out of the anime community if I didn't include Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura on a lolly list. I'm a huge fan of... For a huge fan, I sure can't remember her name. I'm looking at a poster of her. The girl from Higurashi. The blue-haired girl from Higurashi. Fuck! I can't remember her name. The fucking Rika, I don't remember her last name. Rika from Higurashi's on there. Oshino Shinobu from Bakemonogatari. Okay. I mean, if I like a lolly enough, they're probably on my wall somewhere, so that's why I'm looking around like this. Okay, we got Sakura, Rika, and Shinobu. Who are some other necessary lollies? Oh, fuck! You've put me on the fucking spot, dude! Hold on. I'm gonna look through my drive and see if I can find something called Ultimate Lolly Apocalypse. And if I can, that will help me. Okay, we've got, Ultimate Lolly Apocalypse. Does there a character list? Okay, okay, so Ultimate Lolly Apocalypse was a series I was planning to do, or a fan fiction I planned to write. The first book is called Paradise of Lolly Apocalypse. The main character is Amu from the fuck is the name of the fucking Shugokara. First wave supporting characters, we've got Sakura and Tomoyo from Cardcaptor Sakura, Mayoi from Bakemonogatari, Ninamori Eri from Fooly Cooly. People don't really think of her as a lolly, but she totally is. First group edition is Midarezaki Yuka. I literally don't remember who that is. We got Hojo Satoko, who's also from Higurashi, and Furude Rika. That's her last name. Hanyu and Kion's sister from Haruhi is one of the pre-villain character encounters. Then we got villains. We got Akazukin from Tokyo Akazukin. Does not count. And Ekaterina Kurai from Seikon no Quasar. And there will be deaths. The deaths will be Aish and Tance from fucking Garzy's Wing. The 2 lollies from Garzy's Wing. Second wave supporting characters, Takamachi Nanoha, Fate Testarossa, and Shinonome Hakase. Nanoha and Fate are, of course, from Nanoha. Shinonome Hakase, is that the girl from Nichijou? I think that's who that is. The Bridge Bunnies. We've got Bridge Bunnies. Bridge Bunnies being a term for the girls who are on the bridge of a spaceship in a sci-fi anime. We've got Hoshino Ruri from Nadesco. She's definitely a classic lolly. Rimone from Simone. Vanilla H. I don't remember who Vanilla H is. Tima. I also don't remember her. And Mint Blanmanche. I think she's from Galaxy Angel. And then the take-withs to the final battle. We've got Kyuko-chan from fucking Kyuko-chan. Watanabe Poemi from Puni Puni Poemi. Sakurazaki Kosozu. I don't know who that is. And the people who show up in the final battle are Vita from Nanoha, Lee Mei-ling, who I think is from Sakura, and Itazora Kanayuki. I don't remember who Konayuki. I don't remember who that is. I think they might be from Katanagatari. I don't know why I read all that. Do you truly think Hunter x Hunter is the best shonen anime of all time? Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's my favorite, for sure. Will you ever clean up your on-hold list? One day. One day? Of course. Of course I will. Thoughts of me spamming Make Manga Mondays twice weekly on Manga Mondays for solid 3 months straight? It's obnoxious as shit. Because it's not going to happen. I'm not going to make it twice weekly again because I ran out of videos when I did that. Do you enjoy alcoholic cider, and if so, which ones? It doesn't seem as popular in America than the rest of the world. It's fairly popular here. We mostly drink Angry Orchard, I would say. It's pretty good. It's very much a Babu's First here. I think that's why it's perceived that way. Like, that's usually how we get people into beer. By we, I mean us in the alcohol community. Favorite song from K-On! Rice is a Dish. Each Nissan Chico home. Okay, I gotta go back up. Oh, I got $2 from Mr. Meatman. Thank you for shout out, Digi. Subscribe to Mr. Meatman. Thank you, Mr. Meatman, for the $2. You are now blocked. When will you and May start your Gonzo Japanese learning journey? Oh, God, who knows? What about Kokaku no Pandora lollies? They're both great. I didn't know about them at the time of the list. I don't know if they're really lollies. I don't remember how old the main girl is. She's supposed to be like 15 or something. Are you still going to do the best John Grumps playthroughs? I don't know. I never went back and watched them, so probably not. Gunts is a top 10 lolly because he loves you. Sure. We'll say Gunts is one of the top 10 lollies. Thank you, Wada. How do you store all the content you've made? Do you delete the projects or videos after you uploaded them, or do you have massive storage drives? How much storage do you use? I've got a 3 terabyte and a 4 terabyte hard drive. External. I save all the videos that are completed. I do not save project files. I only save completed videos. The Unknown Otaku, if I sent you a video, could you review it and tell me where I can do better once I finish the video? P.S. You're one of the best anime YouTubers. I prefer not to do that, especially because I am a particularly harsh critic. I think there's a lot of videos that to me will be totally unacceptable that to others might be fine. I also think that a lot of what I think will make your video better is not necessarily what you will be happy with, because I have a very particular way of doing things. So, you know, it's hard for me to just like advise other people on their work. It's better for you to just like learn as you go, you know, just keep working until you've got something you're real confident in, and then just post it online and I'll check it out and I'll let you know then, you know. Are you going full beard monster again? Not likely ever. It was a huge pain in the ass. Having a big beard is not fun. Like, it's cool, but it's not fun. Max Revive Insufferable Social Media Podcast, not likely. I think me and Monkey's falling out was pretty hard. I don't know if that's gonna happen for. I don't know if he and I'll be working together for a while. Cause I think both of us have unfollowed each other everywhere, and have not been in any communication whatsoever. That feel when Digi scrolls past your question. Just ask it again. Or unless it was a super chat. I hope I didn't scroll past a super chat. No, I'm not seeing one. You know, I'm less concerned about answering everybody and more concerned with just having something to read as I go through. Are you into Yuri? Absolutely. Go watch Manga Mondays. I've covered a shitload of Yuri manga on there. I just joined the stream, but I don't know what's going on. Sorry if this has ever been asked before. What's your least favorite anime or manga? The Asterisk War is my least favorite anime. Talk about the Kirby series for 60 seconds. I love Kirby. I like all the Kirbys that I've played. Kirby's great. I am a huge fan of Kirby. I like his character design. I like the idea of Kirby. I like that he eats lots of stuff. I like everything that has to do with Kirby. He's perfect. That's probably not 60 seconds. Can I send you beats to rap over? You can send me beats. I can't guarantee I'll rap over them, but if I vibe with the fucking message, then maybe. Thoughts on Brockhampton? I haven't gotten that into them. None of their songs have really stuck out to me. I don't know. I listened to them. They were ironically somewhat of an influence on Gay and Dead because when I went to Blind Skywatcher's house, he was way into Brockhampton and he played them for me. And I think that was part of what inspired me to put some of the more like hard rock elements into the songs that we made there. Ikuhara video, maybe. Talk about Kamate-chan, nigger. They're good. They're good band. Really good band that I like. They after their fourth album, they turned to complete shit, but thoughts on Godspeed You. Never got that into them. Do you know what made Super Deep Throat is, and what Super Deep Throat is, and if so, best character you've made? I don't think I know what it is. May and Sheep over reboot of ISMA. I could see it. Do you like reverse traps? No, not particularly. I don't feel any particular way. Did you ever get a chance to check out The Last Story for the Wii? Sincerely, that guy from Reddit on Game Boys on the Wii, from Gengetsu Ryu. I know that Victor rented it once. I never actually played it. He rented it. He played like 5 hours and did not seem to be into it. So I never bothered. It looks interesting, but I'm not a big fan of like the Wii in general, especially in a game that uses any kind of controller gimmick, which I don't know if that game does. So I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know. If it was put in front of me, I might give it a try, but it's been ages since I've actually committed to playing an RPG. It's just such a huge commitment that I rarely find time. Yuri is love, Yuri is life from Leon Kerensky. I completely agree. Been a Yuri man for a long time. Anthony, $5 says, will you ever watch High School Seiha Girls? And thank you for signing my Arrow Manga Sensei calendar. I think I tried to watch Seiha Girls and I just dropped it immediately because I didn't understand what the fuck I was watching. But yeah, no problem with the Arrow Manga Sensei calendar. I'm sure that was probably an anime expo. So yeah, I'm sure I had a great time. Are you going to make a third Kobayashi video? Possibly, eventually. It's the idea of the third Kobayashi video was that it was just going to be about animation. Like, it's just about how well crafted the show is. So it wouldn't be as exciting of like a point. That's why I haven't been like jumping in to do it, because I'd have to rewatch the whole show and like it would just be about like technical details of how well made the show is. You should have tweeted this live stream out. Why? What's the point? People are saying I said the N-word. Yeah, I say the N-word all the time. It's one of my favorite words to say. Brett! Denial, did you answer my question in the live stream discussion chat or I'll cry? Oh, okay. I'm going to go over to the Discord, the Digibro Patreon Discord. Denial asks, winding down in the last 12 episodes of Hunter x Hunter, and I want to know how you feel about Meruem versus Hisoka as villains. Hisoka is by far the more entertaining villain. Like, Meruem is great for his arc. Like, he is a perfect villain for that arc, and like I think it's all kind of built around who he is and like what his powers are and what his personality is. But like, to me, it's almost like he facilitates the arc. It's not so much that he himself is interesting and engaging. I mean, his final scene with Komugi, I think is her name, is fucking heart-wrenching. But Hisoka is a lot more of like the kind of villain you want to watch forever. Like, he's like a main character, you know? He's somebody who you hope will be in the show for the whole show, which makes him really entertaining. This guy's name is, what the fuck, Park Jimin, reminds me of a young Mamoru Miyano. I don't know who Park Jimin is, but it's a very interesting title. Are you into tomboys? Yeah, I love tomboys. Tomboys are great. I bump Fat and Dangerous in my car? Hell yeah. Even though that song, depending on your sound system, sounds like dog shit in the car, but I'm glad you enjoyed it enough. Whoa. I used to be jealous of you, but you and May, but then I got a GF. Good job. That should be everyone's reaction. Is to go out and seek a relationship. You like Yuri, I like Yuri. Have you taken a look at Citrus? I have not. Why do old women always voice male characters in anime? I don't know. Do you put specific effort into making your content entertaining as well as informative, or do you find that it's just a byproduct of how you present things? Honestly, yeah, it's a byproduct. Like, whatever it is just however I went about explaining that thing. Like, if I'm making something that's really, like, heavily focused on critique and, like, just, like, if it's not something that's funny to talk about, it's not going to be a funny video. You know, like, if I make a video that's funny, it's because the way I enjoy the thing or the way that I talk about the thing just happens to be funny. Like, I've never set out to make a funny video, with, like, 2 exceptions, being, like, my April Fool's videos and, like, anime's getting lazy with its meta, and, like, a couple others, where, like, because my brand of humor is farce. Like, what I find funny is to, like, blatantly be incorrect and wrong. So, like, anime's getting lazy with its meta, where, like, the joke is just me literally stating misinformation a bunch of times, and I think that's funny. I don't know. Maybe I'm some kind of, like, weird robot who thinks that, like, incorrectness is the funniest thing in the world. But, when I try to make comedy, I mean, that's the whole point of Insufferable Social Media Argument. Like, that was why that podcast was funny, is because I just went out of my way to be incorrect about the things I was talking about. That's my sense of humor. Dragon Maid OVA and Blu-rays are out. Might be worth rewatching them now. I did not know there was an OVA. I'll check it out at some point. Thoughts on the new Blade Runner? I haven't seen it. Would like to. I've heard it's good. Do you have something to say to people who see you as a role model? Copy the right parts. Make sure you know which parts you're copying. Don't just copy everything. There's a lot of flaws here. There's a lot. How do I be original in my art? Be true to yourself. Don't worry about being original. Just be true to yourself. That's the only way your art will be good. Anonymous one says, back when you packed for your trip around the country, you brought a copy of Nier Automata. Did you ever play it to completion? If so, opinions. I have not even fucking opened it yet. It's right over there. The game's long. Like, I mean, it might not even be long, but it's one where you have to pay attention to the story. And, like, 99% of the time that I spend playing video games is while listening to podcasts. So I prefer to skip all the cutscenes and just motor through the game while listening to podcasts, with the sound off. So, like, the thought of playing a game where I'm supposed to pay attention and like, have the sound on and everything, it's like, I really have to set aside time for that, and it's difficult. Afro Nerd says, how will you feel if or when animators stop getting slave wages so only big studios, CGI, and cheapo animation are left? Okay, I had to wrap my head around that. I don't think it's that big studios are the ones who are giving out better wages. Like, I don't know if Kyoto Animation is a big studio, like, in size. They're famous, they make a lot of money off of their shows, but they also spend a lot of money into their shows, which is how they're able to pay their people. You know, it's like, it's a difference of, like, how are you, like, let's say we got these keks here. Let's say I half-ass these keks so I can make 100,000 of them, and I sell 100,000. Let's say that it costs me 50 cents to make each one, and I make $1 on each, you know? But I could, if I spent $1 on each keks, and then they were worth, like, way more because they're so much better, and then I charged $5 for each one, I don't have to sell the same amount. I can sell way fewer, you know, and still make my money back. And I feel like that's like Kyoto Animation is spending more time and money on each of their shows, but those shows are worth more in turn. More people will watch it, more people will care about it. And that's sort of what I meant in my new video about being confident in anime. Like, the way for anime to succeed is for them to go all out on good ideas. To be like, we're gonna get the most talented people, we're gonna spend time on it, we're gonna pay everybody right, we're gonna make sure the fucking script is good, and then when it's out, we're gonna promote the living fuck out of it, you know? And make sure it makes back its money. Instead of going, oh, anime can't make back its money, well, I guess we better make it all super cheap and hope it succeeds, you know? And then just churn out 100,000 shows that nobody wants to watch. I feel like I just explained that better than I did in that video, but, you know, that's what having more time to brood on it does. Moe Shop, never heard of it. Will I do a review on Sangatsu no Lion? Maybe. I have to finish it. And it's got another season now, so I can't even finish it. How did you two meet? You don't have to answer if it's too personal. I assume you're talking about me and May. We met because she's a huge fan. She's like many of the people in here, just was watching my videos obsessively for about a year and a half, and thought, I think I'm exactly like this guy. I think he'd like me a lot. I know I like him a lot. I'm gonna try to get in contact with him. And so she got in contact with me over Snapchat. We chatted for a couple months, and then when I was going around the country, I was like, hey, I'm going around the country. I could come visit you. So I did, and we hit it off really well. When you play Nier, for the love of fuck, play through to ending E. It's fucking important. I assume you mean Automata, because I've already played Nier, and I did not play to ending E. But I will. I understand that that's the real game. I don't know, my mindset about completionism for games has changed over the years. I used to be very much like, I'm not gonna do that because it's a waste of fucking time. But now I've come to realize that most games, like, if you play them to completion, you'll get the most out of it. Because that's usually when it really tests the mechanics and tests your limits as a player and, you know, brings you to the highest level. And that's when you'll have the most fun with it, unless it's a frustrating game. In a fist fight, who would win, you or Jeff? If we're trapped in a ring, he might win because he's twice my size. Jeff is like literally 6'9" or something like that. He's at least 6'7". He's the tallest man I've ever seen. And he's as big as I am. You know, we're both fat, flabby fucks. So, he could probably beat me if it's only fists. But if there's anything around to use as a weapon, I'm gonna use it because I fight dirty. So, yeah. And I don't know, I might be crazier and scrappier than him. It really depends. But he seems like the kind of guy that if he got mad, he could probably hurt somebody. When is the Shinbo series and 100 Cuts of Cowboy Bebop coming out? God knows. Only God knows that. Who's your favorite character from Fire Force? I don't know. It's been too long since I read the parts of it I did read. How does a procrastinator become prolific? Constantly work. That's the best way. Just work on things you like. Like, you only really procrastinate if it's something you don't want to do. If you only do things you want to do, you'll probably become prolific. Let's make a big deal of the fact that this guy likes to masturbate to Digibro, drinking like the rest of us have done for ages. I don't know what you're talking about, but will you make more Made in Abyss videos? I don't know, maybe. Hey, there's some $2 things in here. See, when you get to the bottom of YouTube chat, it just jumps you to the very bottom. There's no way to read like the intermediate between the middle and bottom. So do other fans have the same chance as May? No. If anyone did, they would have like if you think about it, she's the only one who could have succeeded because she's the only one who did what she did. You know what I mean? She's the only person who, like, you could say, oh, there's like a lot of people who are big fans of Digibro. And maybe even some of them are super hot chicks like May. But how many of them had the audacity, you know, to do what she did? Will you ever talk about the Pokemon manga again on Manga Mondays? Maybe. Well, I don't know why I read the word again into that. But yeah, I do have a few volumes of it. What do you think about Dragon Ball Super? I only watched the first episode, and my impression was I really can't stand the Japanese voice acting for Dragon Ball. So I might check it out in English. I'm not the biggest Dragon Ball fan, but I kind of want to be. Like, I want to watch all of the original Dragon Ball at least. What is the greatest video game series ever made, and why is it Dark Souls? From Alan Torres. It is Dark Souls, the Dark Demon Blood series, as Hypocrite calls it, rightfully. Dark Demon Blood is the greatest game series ever made because it's robust. It's deeply detailed. It's got an interesting world. It's got no bullshit. It's fun. It's cathartic. It's deeply satisfying. And that's the core of the appeal of it, I would say. It is deeply satisfying. And that's what I look to video games for, is satisfaction for the most part. Why do I keep going, because I am addicted to doing it. It's like a tick. Since you won't respond to my Suka Suka question, here's this. Have you ever read Love is War? And would Shaft be perfect to animate it? Haven't read it. Also, I don't remember what your Suka Suka question is, but I'm pretty sure I dropped that show. Is the concept of buying things to own them becoming outdated? Is it currently getting replaced by the concept of buying things solely to support the people that made them? I don't know if it's becoming outdated. It depends on the thing. Like, I buy manga just to read it because I much prefer reading physical books to reading digital books. So for me, that's like all the manga I buy is just because I want to own it. It's specifically when there's something where the online, like the non-physical product is better. Like, to me, anime streaming is better than anime on DVD because I can literally just open it up and fucking watch it. I don't have to go over there, drag a DVD out of a stack, put it in a player, wait for it to fire up, watch a bunch of ads, navigate menus, wait for shit to load, you know, and watch it. Like, I can just put it on. And so, like, to me, those products are fucking worthless. And I don't think buying it to support the industry is going to last much longer. I think the industry is going to change to not require us to buy retarded bullshit. So that's where I think we're headed on that one. Oh, thoughts on Narutaru? I only read the first 2 volumes, but I really liked it. Okay. Reverse Spectrum. What anime would you only watch high on weed or other? Oh, only watch high. I don't know if there's stuff that I'd only watch high. There's some stuff that I probably would be a lot more likely to. Like, if there's something that looks like I probably won't love it, but like it's got really interesting visuals or something, it might be more fun to watch high. But I really don't think being high changes my overall opinion of anything. It just makes it just intensifies it. So like if I watch something bad when I'm high, it is even worse. Like, it's worse than it ever was because I'm noticing all the reasons it's bad. That's why most of the time when I get high, I watch like Miyazaki films because they're fucking perfect. So there's nothing to criticize. Everything's mind-blowing and incredible. Like, fucking watching My Neighbor Totoro while baked is like going to another fucking world of cinematography brilliance. Vinicius Lira, I'm really excited about your new video about Monogatari series. Do you have a date for this video? Congratulations for your work. I have literally never mentioned a new video about the Monogatari series. I don't know where you got that idea. I have no plans to do one anytime soon. I think what you might have seen, did you? Because I had this this right here, this Google Doc that says Monogatari, but I had searched for Ultimate Lolly, and that's what got me this doc. This is the original Monogatari video. That was the script for the old Monogatari video. So you may have cucked yourself by believing that was a a new Monogatari video, when it was not at all. Anywho, okay, whoa, a bunch of new shit. All right, what's all this shit? This is all caps. I'll pay attention to that. But Digi, it's not hard to pull out a DVD from a mountain worth of DVDs as though I'm playing Jenga because I support the industry. I think we covered this on a Digi in May where I talked about how, like, not long after that whole video, we watched Ponyo on Blu-ray, and it was like this whole ordeal to get it to work. Like, my computer's Blu-ray player wouldn't play it for some reason, and there was like all these Disney previews and bullshit, and it took literally like 20 minutes to get my fucking Blu-ray to play. Sean Hanley asks, why is Mother's Basement so disappointing lately? It's because Mother's Basement is a man who pays a guy for search engine optimization. He looks, the way Mother's Basement operates is he finds out what is popular and then becomes passionate about a video about that. He finds out what he should be talking about, and then he finds a way to get excited to talk about it. And as a result, I think it's easily detectable by a lot of people. There's some people who don't care, and if his goal is to make a lot of ad revenue and game the YouTube algorithm, that's fine. But I think the reason, because I am constantly inundated by mass exodus of Jeff fans who are gotten tired of him and come to me asking me why. This is a very common situation. And Rito says, update on Flying Colors Foundation Digi. Nothing since the live stream we did. Rito, they told me you just had a conversation with them. So, like, you probably know the most up-to-date information. Assuming that's the same Rito who was in that call. But anyway, yeah, I was talking about Mother's Basement. I think that's why. It's just that I think people can more and more sense that, that his videos are crafted to be successful, more so than they are crafted out of a immediate passion to create that video. What is the best racial slur? I have no idea. I'm high as fuck. What should I watch? Go watch fucking My Neighbor Totoro. I just told you. Watch that, or what's been the most high thing to watch high? Most fun thing to watch high, rather. Yeah, Ghibli movies are a really safe bet because it's just shitloads of detail blasting through you. Drained Eyes. How is the Touche Amore show? Vic mentioned it, and I need to know because literally, I literally am emo. Go listen to Digi and May do Stardew Valley episode 3. I literally spent an hour talking about that show. It was great. Who's a fan of yours whose videos you really like? A fan of mine whose videos I really like. The thing is, it depends on how you define a fan, because, like, there's a lot of people who are fans of me, and then they start making content, and then we become friends, you know? Like, I love Davu's videos, I like the Pedantic Romantics videos, I like, several members of the PCP were fans of me. Hippo was a huge fan of me before he started making videos. So, like, there's plenty of people who start as fans, then we become friends. So, yeah, like, all of them. How did you manage to pull off the biggest problem in the universe right after having a guest from it on a podcast inspired by it? What are the odds? The odds were not that bad. Like, the kind of the part of the reason I was trying to make insufferable social media argument wrap up is that I kind of didn't want to associate with Mumkey anymore because I don't like his fans, and I didn't like the idea that, it was drawing more of his fans' attention to me to continue working with him. But I talked about that at great length in the Digi and May do Stardew Valley #4. If anybody hasn't seen that, where I go 45 minutes in depth on the whole Mumkey situation. First month patron here. Have you ever played the Yakuza game series? I've played a few hours of Yakuza 1, and it's pretty cool. I just didn't get any farther. I just read Chimpoko-sama. You mentioned it in podcast. Thanks very much. Yeah, it's great. Do you think anime has gotten worse in terms of storytelling since the 90s? No, not at all. Definitely not since the 90s. Hey, Michelle. Yo, May's hot as fuck, my guy, my dude. Thank you, Michelle. I'll be sure to tell her that you said that. I'm sure, I feel like both of you probably follow each other on Twitter and check out all of each other's selfies. She has expressed similar sentiments towards you. She thinks you are super hot, so it's nice to know you both think each other are hot. Rito says, you said on Livestream you'd do another video on it. Which Livestream? I have plans to do more videos about them in the future, just not, like, immediately. What do you think about Super Eye Patch Wolf? He's great. I'm a patron of Super Eye Patch Wolf, I think. I like his videos. I haven't watched him in a little while, but I do like him in general. The Washer 19, get a restraining order on Denial for stalking May. I don't think Denial's stalking May. He just happens to live in the same town as us. Okay. I'm just checking if I missed any super chats, because I hit the bottom of the chat again. Denial just happens to live in the same town as both of us. Do you sometimes watch shows and respect them but find them boring as all hell? Yeah. Can't think of a great example right now, at least not in recent times. Have you ever considered skateboarding? I tried when I was a kid and I failed miserably. I don't understand, like, the basic concept of how to ride a skateboard. Like, I don't understand it at all. Statch Vermeulen. How can I best support you while I'm broke as fuck? Share my videos. If you can't donate money, just make sure you get it to people who can. Have you finished March Comes Like a Lion's second half in preparation for Season 2? If so, will you make a video on the rest of Season 1? I have not. And maybe. Thoughts on Andrew Jackson Jihad? Too fucking depressing. Can't listen to it. Thoughts on Petit Cosette? I'm a fan. I've talked about it in my Shinbo videos. Thoughts on Poon Poon? Haven't read it. Rap Back Bitch. I assume you're talking about the Asperger rap. I haven't even listened to it, because I already killed him, so there's no reason for me to. Mr. The C50P says, your waifu a shit. I don't even have a waifu really, so I'm not offended by that. Will you ever do an analysis of House of Leaves? No, and only because House of Leaves is an analysis of itself. And so I feel like it would be pointless. Is The Legend of the Galactic Heroes worth it for its length? Yes. Any plans to come back to SAO Abridged? I still haven't, saying that after episode 3, the voice acting improves a lot. I don't know, maybe. I feel like one day I'm going to get trapped in a room and forced to watch that, so. Do you and May debate on topics all the time? Not at all. Me and May agree on 90% of everything we talk about. Autistic Bidan. That's a great name. Shar Aznable analysis video this decade. Will you do any videos on Infinite Revias? Shar Aznable video maybe this decade. I feel like I'm getting closer. I feel like I'm approaching it on some level. As for Revias, I don't know. I haven't watched it in a very long time. If I rewatch it and I find I have things to say, then maybe. There was a video about it by, I think, Craftsdwarf. So if you're desperate for a video about it, watch that one. I don't think I actually watched it myself. Laffer Style, is it possible you are a latent trans person? I'm going to talk about this at great length on the next Digi and May recording. This is going to be a discussion. We haven't recorded it yet, but we've been talking about it a lot. To answer your question briefly, I think it's very possible that I am a secret gender fluid. I think that is extremely possible and probable. I don't know if I would ever want to identify myself as such, because I don't feel like a particularly strong sense of dysphoria or feel as though I am like necessarily needed in that community, but I'm probably some kind of latent trans person. That thread convinced me. Columbo, thoughts on Akira live action rumors / vaporwave. I mean, Akira live action rumors have been going on since the fucking 90s, but I don't know what you mean. Do you just mean thoughts on vaporwave, like completely unrelated? Vaporwave is pretty neat. I like the aesthetic of it. There's not a lot of vaporwave music I really care for. No, I'm not bisexual. I said gender fluid. There's a total difference. I am only attracted to women. Hey Digi, would you ever think about doing a top 5 studios or 5 worst studios video? I think it would be fun. No, because it's just inviting people who know more than me to beat up on me. Like, there are studios that have more concrete identities and studios that have less, and while I could argue that that is in fact what makes them better or worse, it's just opening up a can of worms that I don't want to open. Carter Munson Ring, you used to think you were bi. Has that changed? Yeah, I haven't thought I was bi since I was a teenager. Like, I definitely thought that when I was, like, 14, to maybe 15. Like, it was, like, 1 year where I was, like, convinced I was bi. And then I, like, looked at a dick once and realized, like, not in person, like, on screen, on a computer. I looked at one dick and went, oh, yeah, no, maybe not. What's this thread about latent transsexuality? The word is transgender. I don't know if transsexuality is still a term that is accepted, but go to my fucking Reddit. Go to r/digibro. There is an X post from some trans board where they were speculating on whether I was a gender fluid egg, which is a term I had never heard before and am fascinated with. But it was interesting. Could you be attracted to a trans woman? If she's hot, then yes. If she's hot. So you won't be dating Mumkey or Nate? No. Have you ever listened to the Proto Man? And if so, what are your thoughts? Well, I will finish what was started. The fight of Proto Man! Yes, I'm a fan of Proto Man. Proto Man. I love both of their albums, especially Act 2. What are your thoughts on Netflix billion dollar donate or expand? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Haven't heard about it. Won't come to a convention in Australia because I live here. I just won't. I don't want to go to Australia. It's a lot of money to go to Australia. Ooh. Does Kill La Kill comment on BDSM? It visually hints at BDSM, but does it have anything to actually say about it? I don't know. I don't know if it really has anything. I don't think so. I don't think it has anything to say about BDSM. What is the worst anime you've ever dropped? Oh, God, who fucking knows? Like, there's so many. German beer, good or perfect? I can't think of any German beers I'm a big fan of, so we'll just go with good. Have you listened to King K. Rool? Yes, I am not a fan. I don't really understand his music that much. How did you and May meet? I literally explained that like 5 minutes ago. You must have come in late. But the short answer is Snapchat. Have you ever seen the Castlevania Netflix series? No. Hey, here's a fucking Joji. Matsumoto view this video this millennium. Do you mean Leiji Matsumoto? I would have to watch a lot of fucking stuff. Cause like, Leiji Matsumoto's done a lot of shit. And all of it's complicated. If you want to read a assload of analysis of Leiji Matsumoto, go to Anime Critics website. That's KRITIK, Anime Critique, as it's meant to be pronounced. Animecritic.wordpress.com. He wrote really extensively about Leiji Matsumoto. He was a huge fan. How actually realistically honestly good is Kill La Kill? It's fucking incredible. It's one of the best anime ever made, and anyone who doesn't think that is like just doesn't understand film or animation. Like, You can't be a fucking reasonable critic and be unable to recognize the objective quality of Kill La Kill. But you know, I don't play around with objective interpretations. Can you give us your rendition of "Man's Not Hot" by Big Shaq? I have never heard of that. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna look into it. "Man's Not Hot," Big Shaq. Okay. All right, what is this? Okay. Okay, there's a lot of skrr pop in this, that's why. It seems to be some kind of British rap. Yeah, unfortunately I don't know the song, but I can use some skrr skrr. You keep saying legal streaming and Blu-rays are poor ways of supporting the industry, but are there any good ways? No, not by my standards. The second person to say cover "Man's Not Hot" by Big Shaq. I'll have to listen to the song later and get back to you about that. I'm guessing you're saying this because of all the inside of it. Oh, that was a question I liked. Oh, anything you missed from Virginia? More diversity, I would say. Rochester is like mostly Italian, and like there's like very specific ways that things are like okay, if you want to get a cheeseburger in Rochester, like unless you go to a fast food place or Five Guys, they all are like the same, like ultra dark like ultra well done on a Kaiser roll. That's how a burger is in Rochester. Like it's a very specific tradition, and like there's tons of places that you can eat that kind of food, and like plates and all this other unique to Rochester shit. But like there's very little in the way of like you know, like different cultural foods unless I drive all the way across town. Like there's a place like around where the anime store is, because there is an anime store here. There's a lot more like Asian food places, and in that sense the selection's probably even better than Virginia, but it's just far away from my house, you know. So like I miss a little bit more diversity in the kinds of foods that are immediately available to me. There's also way less fast food here, like way fewer fast food places that I'm used to, less variety. But on the other hand, everything else about here is pretty much better than Virginia, so there's not much I miss, honestly. Have you listened to any of the singles on Clarence Clarity's new album? Yes, they're all fucking great. I'm really hype about it. Thoughts on Aquemini versus AT Aliens? Honestly, I haven't listened to much. I haven't listened to much of either of them, but when I move to Atlanta, I'll probably listen to shitloads of them just to prepare myself to be ingrained in the Atlanta culture. Original Bad and Bougie or Nyanner's cover? I haven't heard the Nyanner's version. It sounds horrible. Do you need new ideas for cool character designs? I recommend Moriko Morioka. Don't know who that is, actually. I do not hate Italians. My girlfriend's Italian. But it's just that everything here is Italian. I'm just trying to read all this to keep up. I'm getting pretty close to shutting the stream down. We've been going over an hour, I think. What are you drinking and favorite anime to watch while drunk? I am drinking wine, box wine. Favorite anime to watch drunk? Probably Lucky Star. Just out of my experiences watching anime drunk, which I haven't done a whole ton of, honestly. What is your favorite rapper of all time? Just the rapper? I don't know. I'm tempted to just say fucking Kendrick. Like, basic ass answer, but like, he's fucking great. I love David from Clipping, but I don't know. What are some ways you think you've influenced other PCP members? Oh, definitely prolificity. Like, because I've always been extremely prolific, extremely fast to work. And I think that is by far the biggest way I've influenced everybody else in the PCP, is that they all look at me. And I think it's because my prolificity has been a huge part of my success, and all of them have looked at me and gone like, why is this guy so successful? What do I have to do to get what he's got? And the answer is usually get more prolific, which has obviously worked big time for Best Guy Ever. Hypocrite's been trying to capitalize on that. Jesse at times has capitalized on that, but then he tends to disappear for the rest of time. So yeah, it's really a matter of it's a matter of like how well they capitalize on it. Nate's obviously doing the best job of capitalizing on that, but that last soda to remind you to do the content roundup. Oh, is today the Wada, I'm not going to do it till the end of the month. I've decided that each month the last content roundup will just be on the 31st, just to make it easier for me. I've never thought of it as a Saturday thing. I've thought of it as a the 7th, the 14th, the 21st, and the last day of the month. So that it's tied up neatly as a monthly thing, like a monthly package. I don't know if that's like the smartest way to do it, but it just makes sense to me. Let's see, talk about Shinsekai Yori one day. Do you think you'll ever suffer through it? Very possible. I've definitely thought about it many times, doing that as like my next Your Anime Sucks or whatever. DJGU24, are you bisexual? I swear another anime tuber recommend you saying you were gay. Could have been a joke. Also, Daily Life of Centaur gets good later on. I am not bisexual. I am completely straight. I am only interested in women. I would say that I am only interested in women. And that would be true whether I was a man or a woman, I think. I'm only interested in women. Are you going to talk about Gospels, The Moon is a Dead World, and one of your old-ass album casts? No, I got into that too recently for it to be on that podcast. Carter Munson Ring, can you give a shout out to the Digiboys? Hey everybody, go follow the channel Digiboys. It's a bunch of guys from my fucking Discord, my patron Discord, who make podcasts. I am a huge fan of Feeding the Content Machine, the podcast that is literally just analyzing my content. And there's also a bunch of other stuff where they just watch anime and like talk about it. All right, I am not seeing any more super chats. I am gonna bust. Why am I pretending I'm not bisexual? I'm not bisexual. I don't find men attractive. I am just not. I not that I'm opposed to being bisexual. I would totally be that. It would have made my life easier over the last 10 years because I had lots of gay friends and no female friends. So it would have been a lot easier for me to get laid. But no, I'm not bisexual. What anime news sites or blogs do I read? Not really any. All right, I'm fucking off. I'm done. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye.